Everyone keeps asking the same question. Why has Tesla been so quiet about the Model 2? Why no official reveal? Why no flashy prototype? Why no Elon stage moment? Because this car isn't being built the way you think. And Giga Texas is the reason. Multiple supplier leaks, logistics patterns, and internal manufacturing shifts now point to one conclusion. The 2026 Tesla Model 2 is already deep into pre-production planning, and the hardware decisions are locked. Not rumored, not speculative, locked. And the most surprising part isn't the price, it isn't the design, it isn't even the battery. It's the communications stack. Because yes, Starlink integration is real, and no, it's not what clickbait channels are claiming. Let's break this down properly. No hype fluff, no fantasy features. Just what actually makes sense if you understand how Tesla builds vehicles and why Giga Texas is central to this car. First, we need to talk about why Model 2 exists at all. Tesla does not need another premium vehicle. They already dominate margins at the top end. What Tesla needs is volume, global volume. Model 3 and Model Y are too expensive for massive adoption in Southeast Asia, Latin America, Eastern Europe, and parts of the US. Model 2 fixes that. But Tesla is not just cutting features to lower price. They are removing entire systems. This is the key most people miss. The Model 2 is not a cheap Model 3. It is a different architecture. And Giga Texas is where that architecture is being proven. Inside Giga Texas, Tesla has been testing something quietly for over a year now, a simplified vehicle platform that reduces wiring, control modules, and mechanical complexity by an absurd margin. We're talking fewer ECUs, shorter wiring runs, centralized compute, structural battery as default, no legacy systems carried over. This platform was never meant for Model Y, it was always for Model 2. Now here's where Starlink enters the picture, and no, it's not about streaming Netflix in the desert. Tesla's problem with a low-cost global vehicle is connectivity. Cellular coverage is inconsistent. Carrier agreements are expensive. Roaming costs explode internationally. Starlink solves that, but only if you integrate it correctly. And Tesla did. Not with a roof dish, not with a visible antenna, but with a low-profile phased array module integrated into the vehicle's roof structure, using lessons learned from Starlink Mini and maritime terminals. This is not full Starlink bandwidth, this is vehicle-optimized Starlink. Lower power, lower data rates, persistent connection, enough for navigation, OTA updates, emergency connectivity, fleet data, basic telemetry messaging, and alerts. And here's the important part. It does not replace cellular, it supplements it. The Model 2 dynamically switches between LTE 5G where available and Starlink when terrestrial networks fail. This matters more than people realize, because Tesla wants this car in regions where cellular infrastructure is unreliable or politically unstable. Now let's talk about Giga Texas. Why Texas? Why not Mexico? Why not China? Why not Berlin? Because Texas is where Tesla is testing next-gen manufacturing at scale. Inside Giga Texas, Tesla has been reconfiguring entire production zones. You can see it in permit filings. You can see it in supplier shipping volumes. You can see it in the sudden demand for specific automation equipment. What they are redoing is preparing compact vehicle lines that can output far more units per square meter than Model Y lines. Model 2 is smaller, but that's not the real advantage. The real advantage is manufacturing simplicity. Front and rear gigacastings, structural battery pack, minimal body panels, no unnecessary trim complexity. This allows Tesla to build Model 2 faster than any car they've ever produced. Now let's address the design realistically. No gull-wing doors, no insane cyber styling, no concept car nonsense. The Model 2 is a compact hatchback or small crossover, depending on market, shorter than Model 3, taller roofline, tighter wheelbase, wide interior space efficiency. Tesla knows most buyers in this segment care about headroom, rear seat usability, cargo flexibility, not 0 to 60 times. And yes, acceleration is still good, but it's not the headline. The headline is cost per mile battery next. This is where misinformation is everywhere. No, Tesla is not putting 4,680 cells in every Model 2. They don't need to. Model 2 uses a mixed battery strategy. Some regions get LFP, some get lithium-ion variants optimized for cost. What matters is not chemistry, it's pack integration. The structural battery pack reduces weight, parts count, assembly steps, cost. This alone drops thousands off manufacturing expense. Now layer this with Starlink. Why integrate it at the vehicle level instead of optional accessory? Because Tesla wants Model 2 to be always connected, always updatable, always trackable, always improvable. This car is not static. Tesla sees it as a rolling software platform, and Starlink guarantees that platform stays online anywhere. Now here's something almost no one is talking about. Starlink integration enables regional independence. Tesla does not have to negotiate with dozens of telecom providers in every market. They control the pipe. That matters politically, that matters financially, that matters strategically. And Giga Texas is where this control model is being validated. Inside the factory, Tesla has been testing vehicles in connectivity dead zones. No cellular, no Wi-Fi, only satellite. And it works. Now let's talk price carefully. Tesla is not promising a $20,000 car everywhere. That number is misleading. The real target is cost parity with internal combustion in each market. In the US, that likely lands between $22,000 and $25,000 before incentives. In other markets, pricing adjusts.